Okay, back to this example, we had to find the value of y based on the given coefficient of x cubed of np3 of x. So basically we solved it using the stars. As you can see, we used the stars in L1 and L2 and in L3 because we only needed the x cubed. So we can skip the rest of the terms. But if we had another example where we had to find y based on a given coefficient of x squared, for example, or x, or even the constant term, then we can't skip it this way. We can't put stars in the Lagrange coefficients to find y. We'll need to do more calculations in order to reach the value of y in the end. So we have this example. In this example, we changed some values. The first one, we changed it instead of 0, it's 0.8. And the constant term given in P3 of x is 10, and instead of given coefficient of x cubed. And we need to find the value of y. So now we will start by the same steps, but it's just a bit different in the rest of the steps. So we know a P3 of x is equal to the Lagrange coefficients multiplied by the y's, and in the previous example we cancelled the zeroth one, the L note, because it's multiplied by 0. We'll cancel it here too because y note is still equal to 0, so we don't have to calculate it. Now we will work on the rest of the polynomial. We know that ax cubed plus bx squared plus cx plus d. We know this formula. Now we have d given, which is equal to 10. D equals to 10 because it's the constant term. D is the constant term, and the rest are unknown still. Okay, now we have to work on them, and we have to make use of d equals 10 in order to find y. So let's get started. The first thing we have is L1. So this is the formula we have. So let's plug in the value. First we have x minus x naught, which is x minus 0.8 over x1 minus x naught, which is 0.5 minus 0.8. We have this as x1, 0.5 minus 0.8, then multiplied by x minus x2, which is 1 over x1, 0.5 minus 1. And then finally we have x minus x3, which is 2, over x1, 0.5 minus 2. So now we need to find the result of multiplying these terms. So x minus 0.8 multiplied by x minus 1 multiplied by x minus 2 all over 0.3 minus, of course, and minus 0.5, and the last one is minus 1.5. So as a result, we can find the terms in this equation. So we'll multiply each one and we'll find the result. Of course, in the bottom we can find it with the calculator. It's this value. And on the top of البسط بيكون عندنا أول شيء x cubed أكيد لأن x multiplied by x multiplied by x, and then we have the x squared. X multiplied by x and multiplied by minus 2 would give us minus 2x squared, and then we'll move on to the next one. X multiplied by x and then multiplied by minus 0.8 x squared minus طبعا. بعدين الأخيرة بتكون x هذه multiplied by this x في minus 1 فهي minus بتصير plus x squared. بعدين بقي صار عندنا rest of the terms. Rest of the terms we have x أول, x multiplied by minus by minus 1, then minus 2, so it's plus 2x, and then x multiplied by minus 0.8 and then multiplied by minus 2. This would give us plus 1.6 x, and the last one is plus 0.8 x, and then we have the constant term. We have to find it. It would be minus 0.8 multiplied by minus 1 multiplied by minus 2, which is equal to minus 1.6. طبعا الاكس سكويرد بتكون minus مو plus، ففي النهاية بتطلع معنا x cubed minus 3.8 x squared minus 2 4.4 x minus 1.6 all over نفس المقام. So this is L1 of. Now we'll have to find L2 and L3 of x. First one, I already wrote down the values, so now it's equal to x cubed minus 3.3 x squared minus 3x minus 0.8 all over minus 0.1. And then the second one, which is L3, we'll have x cubed, of course, at the start. So x cubed minus 2.3 x squared plus 1.7 x minus 0.4 all over 1.8. So now we found the Lagrange coefficients اللي هم الls. الحين نحتاج نوجد قيمة y based on the constant term given اللي هو 10. For now P3 of x is equal to, we will write down the same Lagrange coefficients we got ونضربهم في الy's، يعني بس بنعوض فيهم. So the first one is this, we'll multiply it by y، فهذا مضروب في الy بيكون، بعدين بروح ل L2 plus بنحط قيمة ال L2 اللي هي هذه، وبتكون مضروبة في 3 بالمعادلة اللي كتبناها فوق، مضروبة في 3، بعدين plus بنحط ال last Lagrange coefficient بيكون مضروب في 2. فالحين نحتاج ان احنا نعوض بقيمة فالحين بنعوض بقيمة constant term عشان نوجد قيمة الواي. كيف نستفيد منها؟ أول شي عندنا هذه الجزئية كلها عبارة عن constant term مع الماينس طبعا، هذه الجزئية من last one. بعدين عندنا هذه الجزئية بعد هي عبارة عن جزء من constant term، وهذه الجزئية بعد هي جزء من constant term. نجمعهم مع بعض عشان يطلع معانا constant term اللي هو 10، we'll solve for y to find يعني to find the desired result. فبتكون minus 1.6y over minus 0.225 plus minus 0.8 over minus 0.1 في 3، آخر شي minus 0.4 over 1.8 مضروبة في 2. مجموع هذا كله يساوي 10. فالحين بنوجد قيمهم. أول شي بنبدأ بثاني term، بيطلع معانا minus 0.8 over minus 0.1، هذا معناته 8 وبيكون مضروب في 3 فبيطلع 24. الحين third term بيكون minus 0.4 على 1.8 مضروب في 2، فبيطلع معانا الناتج بالآلة الحاسبة نوجده، بيطلع minus 0.444 لما لا نهاية. اوكي، الحين نحتاج ان احنا ننقلهم للطرف الثاني مع 10 بحيث ان نخلي الواي لحالها في طرف. فلما ننقلهم للطرف الثاني مع 10 بنوجد القيمة بالآلة الحاسبة 10 زائد 0.44444 ناقص 24، فبيطلع معانا الناتج يساوي سالب 13.5555 مكرر لما نهاية. فالحين احنا نحتاج ان احنا نضرب في المقام حق الواي وبنقسم على البسط. فبعد ما نضرب في المقام ونقسم على البسط بتطلع معنا قيمة الواي أكيد. طبعا ماينس أوفر ماينس بلس فنقدر إن احنا نشيلها، فبتطلع معنا قيمة الواي بالآلة الحاسبة y equals minus 1.90625. هذه قيمة y. فاحنا صح إنه ما قدرنا نسوي سكيب بالستار زي السؤال اللي قبل، بس قدرنا نسوي سكيب إلى هذه التيرمز اللي ما نحتاجهم، بحيث إنه بس نستخدم الكونستنت ونستفيد من القيمة المعطاة في بداية السؤال.